Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team, making the watch list video for tomorrow, Thursday, September 1st or 21st. Guys, I try to do these watch list videos. I try to do them every night, but there's sometimes one day, maybe two a week, I'm not able to do them because they take a long time. Not only it takes about 45 minutes or so just to record the video, but on top of that, producing it, uploading it, sending out the watch list, it takes a lot of time. I love doing them, so there are going to be times where I'm not able to do the videos, unfortunately, but I'll do the best I can. Plus, you know, again, with these videos, they are longer, but I'm trying to jam them pack full of content for you, so you're learning really what to look for when day trading. There's so much that goes into day trading. Myself, I'm still learning how to become a good trader. So basically, when I'm making these videos, you're kind of just looking over my shoulder as I continue to learn. I don't profess to be an expert by any means. So, you know, as I learn, as I get better, you know, I'm going to continuously try to give back to you guys and really give you guys, you know, solid content as I learn myself. So hopefully the videos help you. We've been getting some good feedback. So again, we're just trying to do our best to help you guys out. So let's do a recap of some of the alerts today. As you can see, a bunch of them are triggering and firing off like clockwork. So let's take a look at a few, see what they did, and then we'll get into building the watch list for tomorrow. So ITUS at or above $1.99. Let's take a look at this one today. You will see that it went up to 270 today. So you got to be careful. A lot of these will trigger and then it'll pull back, and then you got to wait for the pattern to form. So you'll see basically this one triggered off right away, and you could have probably gotten in right on, if you were looking at the 1 minute, you'll see it fired off right over here. And look at this. If you were really quick in the first 5 minutes, right when it broke 190, it went all the way up to 234 before it really sharply pulled back. So you could have gotten in broken on this high, this little kind of this, I don't know, descending or this triangle pattern here. You would have missed it if you waited for the 5 minute candle to form. It broke. You could have sold right up here. Once it broke, you know, above, you know, I said 234, you got to be quick. But if you waited and want to let the, I'm kind of like a trader that likes to let the patterns form. I'm not a mad scramble kind of trader. So like I usually let the 5 minute candles form, let the pattern form. If I miss it, I miss it. And as you can see right over here, you could have waited around 11 o'clock. You'll see from 234, it broke high a day and went up to, you know, 267. So I'm more of a trader that I would probably miss that first few minutes of the morning because I'm just not, again, I'm more of a kind of a short or reversal trader. And I kind of like to let the patterns form. So even if you miss this pop, you could have waited for it. Then it formed this U base, and you could have waited for it to break high of day. Or you could have you know, kind of just did these little bull flags on the way up. It's all a matter of what your preference is. You could have watched it come back through here, kind of when it broke. You know, you can see these bull flags forming here. So again, it's just all a matter of what your trading and preference is. If you wanted to wait for it to break the high of day to take the pop, you could have done it in the morning, or you could have just kind of, once it went from green to red down here. So this is the previous day's close. Once it kind of came back up, you'll see it kind of does this like flag up, pulls back again, and then you could have gotten in maybe right here, you know, right above, what is this, above $2. You could have wrote it up. You could have took a scalp on it here. Then look, it comes back right down again. You could have went and took it up again, 208, and this time kind of rode it all the way up. You could have rode it from 208 up towards the high of the day to see if it was going to break. Usually that would be a double top. Then you got to see if it's going to break and go up. So there's several different ways that you can trade this. It's just all a matter of what you're comfortable with. You could also trade a reversal as well. So again, it's all a matter of your preference, but this one, you know, there was several different ways to trade it, and it went up to 270 today. LWLG at or above 149. Let's take a look at that one. So you'll see that fired off. Let's see, right around first 5-minute candle. Kind of went up to 155. Kind of went down, kind of traded sideways. This one's a tough one to trade, but it ended up going to $1.64. But again, some of these are going to fire off well, and some of them are not. Didn't have lots of volume, and it was just kind of trading sideways. But it did pop a little bit. Grow at or below $2. This one's being stubborn. Let me pull this one up here. GROW. So at or below $2. This is one of those ones that could really screw you up. And you see all these just crazy, it's just, these are garbage companies and that shouldn't be going up like the way it is. But it is, and look at all these wicks that just trap people. So you'll see at or below $2. You'll see it fell. Look at this. It went right down here, like right when it started the day. This one 5-minute candle goes down, fakes people out. Then it goes up, kind of goes choppy, goes sideways. And then you'll see right over here, once it breaks high a day of around 214, you'll see it goes up to 217, then kind of pulls right back down again. So you'll see some fake outs, and then you got to catch it later on down the road where it kind of went up, broke and went up to 234. So I think I also, did I have one? I guess I only had one alert because I was just looking as a potential short on that one. Again, but you just got to wait for this thing. These ones are great shorts when they do drop, but that was a fake out. NVCN at or above $1.70. So we'll look at this one. This one at $1.70. Right to start off the day, you'll see it went up 170 up to 178. Not a big push, but you'll see it pulls back. So sometimes you can ride the wave up to get a decent scalp, 5, 10, 15 cents, sometimes a lot more. You got to look at these 1-minute charts to kind of see your entry, let the pattern form on the 5-minute. But you'll see it kind of went up, didn't go very far, kind of just pulls back, and then kind of goes right all the way up to here, and you'll start to see once it broke 178, you'll see it kind of went sideways again. So 178 up to 180, it didn't do much of anything right there. And you got to see, like later on during the day, it kind of went up a little bit further. So again, that's where you want to look at the 1-minute chart, see if there's any entries on it. It's just kind of choppy. It really wasn't doing much of anything. That's why volume is very important. What else we got here? But it's all about pattern. So, you got to look at a lot of these. A lot of them will be on the watch list. Some might be a good trade, but you have to look at the patterns and see. That's where, you have to study, charts, hundreds of them over months, if not a year's period of time of just constantly doing this every day to get really comfortable. Again, I'm still learning myself. But traders look at patterns. So just because something breaks out doesn't mean you should trade it. You have to look at the identifiable patterns and what other traders are looking for. What else? QNST. This has been a real pain. I've been waiting to take this thing down for a while. Look at this crazy stock. Just keeps going up. There's no chill on it. But look what it does. It seems to it always keeps going. It fakes you out. You'll see 1, 2, 3 days now. I've been watching this thing for 2 or 3 days now to take it down. You'll see just these fake outs to drop. So it acts like it's gonna drop and pull back, but it still continues up. It's overextended. Who the heck knows if or when this thing's gonna pull back? But it is overextended. So really, at this point, I want to see. I am gonna keep this thing on the watch list to eventually look to see if it comes down. But at this point, it keeps staying bullish until it goes bearish. With QNST, I had that one as at or below 692. So as you can see, it fell down really shortly, and then looks like it was forming a bear flag. and it's easy to get tricked out here. And look what it did. Instead of falling, so you wanted to see like if it was going to break down right here at the previous day's close price, but it didn't. It went up, and then it broke out, and then it just traded sideways. But you know, that was a fake out. Let me see, Sito, S-I-T-O. That was at or above 565. So this one, and that's why you got to trade these sometimes at the 1 minute, you see? But sometimes it's so choppy, you got to see some of these. That's why some of them will be good trades, and some of them you have to be super quick. But that's why it's important to learn shorting as well, just in case you miss it. You can catch it later. But you'll see with this one, you know, with a potential reversal or something. So that's why I'm trying to build the watch list by giving you the best ones that are going to move, whether they're up or down. So you'll see right here, at or above 562, you'll see this happened right away, but it was hard to find an entry. But then it was forming this triangle pattern, this wedge pattern. You'll see right over here, it broke out. I called it right in the trade room. I was like, watch for a break over $6. And it did. And you'll see it went from 590 all the way up to 630. So you could have rode that up for, you know, 40-cent gain. Or you could have taken the reversal once it formed this doji candle right on the next candle to form a low below this candle here. You could have shorted it down here using high of day as a stop. I like to be careful on something like that because, you know, there's a, which one is this one here? 618 to 630. That's not a bad, yeah, that's not a bad risk. So 12 cents, and then you'll see, you know, so once it fell below this candle here, you can have shorted it on the way down, and it went all the way down to, right back down to 550. So that would have been a great short. But, you know, you got to look at the technicals, and so you'll see, like, it broke that 539 the other day to reverse the head and shoulders, went all the way back up, and look at that, right below, almost like a double top pattern, and it just kind of fell from there. Now, it could fall. It could be a decent short, or it could go up. But that's really all you're looking for. You're just looking for patterns to form and get scalps, and basically look at the patterns for a breakout or a breakdown on the daily charts, and then look at the intraday charts, and you're looking for scalps and looking for patterns. Yeah, so that's it for today. I'm going to cancel the alerts that are outstanding and take a look here, see if I'm going to keep any of these on the watch list. Nope. Before I look at some of the newer ones. Nope. QNST I am going to keep on the watch list. So basically at this point, rather than being stubborn with this one, create an alert at or above 723 to see if there's a breakout, or at or below 714 for a potential short. But actually with this one, what I'm going to do, because this thing is really stubborn, I'm going to say at or below. I'm going to put below $7 because it keeps going down, triggering to trick people, and then seems to be reversing. So that's one, just to see if it's going to continue further. Once this thing falls, whenever it does fall, this thing's going to go right down to that 13 EMA. No guarantees, but this thing's just been running ridiculous. So I can see a big short coming with that one at some point. But you'll see, be careful, you get trapped. It falls below the previous day, falls below and goes back up, falls below, goes back up. And this thing's running on super light volume too. The past 2 or 3 days, it's just been like very light. Less than a couple 100,000 shares, which is just ridiculous. So QNST I'll keep on just because there's going to be movement one way or the other. No, I'm not going to put that one on. SITO, no. MBOT, nope. ITUS, nope. JONE, nope. ATXHX. Nope. See, that one's already starting to pull back. Nope. SIFY. So some of these ones, and they just do it. See, like when they run up, they pull back. And I think I had SIFY. Yeah, I had at or below 145. Not sure what time it did that today. Let's say 145. Right over here, you'll start to see it got a little choppy. So it kind of like does a little bear flag, bear flag, bear flag, and then forms this triangle pattern. So 145, you know, it was all within here, but if you were patient with it, once it finally kind of broke, it went all the way down to 125. That's a 20-cent move. So I knew it was going to happen. You just got to just watch these and be patient with them. But, you know, sometimes like by 11:30, you know, that move, it kind of really broke down really at like, you know, after lunchtime. So you're kind of like, if you're shorting it, you're kind of stuck in this for a while, and then you got to catch it later. But if you're at work or something, you're able to kind of watch it and not be in a rush, then shorting's awesome. Mark was another one that was at, or no, that was on Trade Ideas. All right, let me take a look at a few of these other ones, the new highs ones, see if I'm just going to put any of these on here. Let's see here. I like to take some from the new highs. Actually, let me go to the new highs. The new highs and the new lows, just to see if there's any big moves coming potentially. And I'll add those on. So this one right here, this is a really nice looking one, I think. So AB, so basically, sorry, I'm talking to myself while I'm talking to you guys here. So I'm looking for, ideally, stocks are going to break out or break down. So one that's going to do an ideally a breakout on the daily or a breakdown on the daily. Stocks that are like overextended, or I'm also going to start looking and adding some of these ones that are yearly lows that you can continue shorting down, or for potential dip buy. But this is a perfect example of what a triangle this is right here. This one is gorgeous. And that literally broke out right at the end of the day. You'll start to see it's forming the higher lows with a top. This one, you can absolutely, totally look at this one potentially breaking out. But I want to see this break out. And it happened right at the end of the day today. So let me do this here. Over 275. Yeah. So really watch for this one to break out. I'm not saying it definitely will, but it should by the pattern. This is a beautiful like ascending triangle kind of pattern that's forming. And I want to see that break above 275. I love the look of that one right there. And it happened right towards the end of the day. So PLUG will definitely be on the watch list. Wow. I don't like these crazy looking gap candles. Those are terrible looking. RIDA. Let's see here. I'm just going through some of these ones first before I do the actual watch list. Some of them might be duplicates on the watch list. ABEV might be a nice one. Let me see here. Above, potentially over 682. I want to see. Man, that could go really. I'd look right at that $7 marker. Man, that could be a breakout on the weekly if it breaks $7. Let's see where it's at right now. 682. So I want to see it break $7. So, I mean, you could ride it if it breaks 782 and goes up. That's really up to you. It's been going sideways here. So ABEV, I would put that an alert at or above 699. All right, so ABEV, I mean, it's flagging. Might be a breakout above there. Be very careful around $7. But it is one to potentially take a look at. Let's see here. EWP, VBLT. Just scanning through these. So you can see these big ones that once they go up, they got to come down. So you want to catch them on the way down if you can as well. And let me go some of these yearly low ones real quick. See if there's one that might be a good one to catch. KND, I like to look at this. 3 red candles down, right around 560. The base is right at 550. So I would kind of mark that one out and see, is this a potential dip buy if it's going to turn above 550, or if it's going to fall below. So I would take a look at this one. If this falls below, I'm going to put it for at or above 550. So I want to see if that's a potential short at or below 550. Let me see. Going on the weekly. Yeah, so this is really at a double bottom point. So this one could really just completely lose and just completely tank. Or the buying could come in. So definitely keep an eye on this. But I would look at this one as a potential short. Got to take a watch. See if the buyer, what's going to happen at 550 is a very crucial level. See if it's going to tank past that, or if the buyers are going to come in and potentially buy it back up. So KND. Let me see here. No. That's at the yearly low. Don't like it. DF, no. ANW, no. MSRT. I like ones that are just really selling off right at the yearly lows, just so it's either continue or go up further. All right, so now for the scan, the nightly scan, some of them might be duplicates. 30 cents to $10, minimum 300,000 in volume, 5% gain on the day. Let's take a look at some of these, see if any of these look really good. FTFT, no, don't like it. ABUS, nope. MBVX, potentially, look at that, right above, right below $1. This one might be a breakout. You can see the EMAs, the 13 and the 50 are potentially pinching, forming kind of this, almost this wedge pattern right below $1. So this might be a potential breakout. You got to watch it, forming right towards the end of the day. So I want to see this one break $1. If it breaks above $1, this could be nice. So I'm going to put an alert. So I'm going to put this one, excuse me. I'm going to put a line here right at $1. We're going to watch that one for, oops, sometimes it's very sensitive. I'll just put it 99 cents. So I'm also going to put the alert right there. See if it breaks above $1. If that thing breaks above $1, that could be a nice pop. Or it could crash. Got to keep an eye on it and see what happens. So MBVX. I'm also going to take a look over here and see here. Whatever, watch, this is DOS right here. I'll be doing some videos on DOS in the future. Shoot. See, KND, this is a 5-cent increment one, so I'm actually not going to put that one on the watch list. I'm trying to do that for you guys as well. That's why, again, these videos are taking much longer as well, is I'm trying to get rid of the garbage ones. I don't like stocks that have 5-cent increments. I just don't like trading them. You can if you'd like. That's another one. Shortable. Shorting on bid. Yeah, so maybe I'm not going to put MBVX. I just like clean stocks. So anything that has like these restrictions and stuff on there, I don't like to put them on there. So again, I don't want to put garbage on the watch list, so I'm not going to put it on. DRNA. That broke out and then broke right back down somewhat. CUR. Let's take a look at this one. So right there, if that breaks above 140, that could potentially run right up to that 203 marker. Let's see if CUR has any issues with it. Nope. So CUR would be a potential good one to put on the watch list. So I want to see it break that. What is that? That 138 marker. So let me put it right about 137. Watch that. If that breaks, that could be a breakout. That could go right up here. Watch, see if it fills the gap. That could be a nice move up. Keep an eye on it. CUR. Let me see. I put that with DOS. Yep. INSG. Nope. I don't like ones with 5 symbols, 5 letters. JAKK. No. CYTX. No. Mara. No. FRTA. Don't know if I love it. BPMX. No. CATB. Potentially. Let's take a look at this one. So it's right at the 200 SMA, bouncing right off of it. You want to see it ideally break that. So ideally want to get it over that 187, potentially over that $2. If it does, it could potentially move up. But I want to see that clear at $2 marker. So I'm going to put a line at $2. And I want to see it break $2. See if it goes up near there. Put an alert at $1.99. Because you see it kind of went up there today, kind of pulled back, kind of gone sideways here. So keep an eye on that one. To put resistance, maybe I'd put it back down around, or support, right around the 150s area. So see if it breaks or falls back down. So CATB, I don't necessarily love the pattern of it, but if it can break above that 187, which is the 200 SMA, might potentially move up. CATB. All right, getting some Facebook notifications. CBAY, no. Oh, let me go over to here, CATB. So basically what I'm doing is I use Thinkorswim for my charting, and then I use DOS to do my trading. I use this trading montage, which has a great level 2 and time and sales on it. Again, I'll do more videos in the future for you guys with that. I'm still somewhat getting comfortable with DOS. I'm getting much more comfortable with it. FMSA. So that's right below 4. This could be a nice breakout if it breaks $4. So let me just get rid of that. Yeah, you'll see right there the moving average lines are crossing. you know, that is a bullish sign. It's heading up towards $5 or $4. You want to see it break $4. This is a potential real slow mover, though. It's got a high float. So I'm not going to put it on the watch list, although it is an inverse head and shoulders. If it breaks $4. No, I don't like the float on it. It's too low. But that's one to watch for potential swing trade. ESNC, no. CYCC, don't love it. AMRS, don't love it. This is a cup and handle position. So you'll see cup by handle, although it's right below this 405. I want to see it break that that $4 area, but that is a nice cup and handle that could go up and break above. So let's see what this, yeah, not a lot of volume. Potential one to look at for a swing trade. BBRY. Man, that one's right there for potential break. Pull back. So this one might be a nice breakout. BlackBerry. Now it's got a really high float on it. So not sure how. 9/16. Yeah, this one could be a nice breakout. Watch it for a break over $10 potentially. If that breaks $10, that whole dollar amount, that could be a nice one. And put a support maybe around, I'd look at 950s area, see if it falls back down. But watch for this one for a break over 10. And let me create alert here. So I'm adding some ones on. You'll see in my watch list a little bit different. Some with some higher floats, just because some of the, you get some extra plays, some extra breakouts. You'll see this was a nice move up here today. This could be a really nice potential breakout. So sometimes, you know, I'm just kind of just, I'm practicing with what I'm doing. So sometimes I'll just change my scanner settings. You'll see the EMA lines are somewhat going to pinch. This may fail, but that's a great sign. If that breaks $10, that could go and move. Might be a nice move to keep an eye on. So BlackBerry, definitely we'll take a look at. HMNY, nope. CRC, yep. Let's see here. So this is another one. This would be, if you look at this could kind of be an inverse head and shoulder. Left shoulder, right shoulder, or sorry, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, with a neckline right here, right below $10. EMI, the moving average lines are crossing. This could be a nice bullish play. I'd like to see it over $10. So ideally, I want to see it break 10. So I'll put right there at $10. And I'd put sign of support. Put support there. Right, I'd put it maybe around $9 to keep an eye on it. Let's move it up a little bit. Man, my mouse is real sensitive. Okay, so right above $10, I want to see, I'm going to create an alert right there. Maybe around $9.97. So watch for a break. This can go up. If this breaks $10, this might be a nice bullish play, or it can fall. If it falls back down, you get out. But obviously the moving average lines are very bullish. Pattern of an inverse head and shoulders with a breakout above $10. That could be a nice play. CRC. ALQA, no. AMPE. No, not really. Another inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's like the neckline right there. So obviously you'd want to see it break above 61 for it to be a breakout, but just showing you the patterns. Inverse head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. ARTX, no. Actually, let me go back over here real quick. CRC, just want to make sure. Okay, that is. I just want to check these, make sure that there's no garbage ones on here. And there we go. And TH, no. KEYW, don't love it. CRR, say. So this one right here, that could be a potential breakout coming above, what is that, 820, right above that 823 marker. Let's see here. 823. I like color coding it just so when I'm looking, I'm going to show you what I do in a moment. But 823, if it breaks 823, that could be a nice breakout. Put an alert there. 8/2/23. So you'll see there's lots of bottom. Like the bottom's been forming over here. It's been kind of going in that channel. You can call this a double bottom if you'd like. But regardless, if it breaks above that, that thing could really have a nice move up. So I will definitely put CRR on there for the watch list. CRR. Yep, cool. So that's a good one. I do my watch list like this. So I put, that's why I'm distracted when I do something, I check it and I put it over here. So that way I'm prepared for tomorrow. So like I'm putting the ones I really like for potential breakouts. I might change them in the morning. You'll see I have my alerts. So when something's going off, I can see if it's missing something that the alert is triggered or fired off. And then I look at the patterns that are being formed and see if I like it for a potential trade. So CRR, that might be a nice breakout. ADOM, no. GTE, no. ATW. This one's been breaking out. This one might have a, I want to see it break $9. So it could potentially run up further, but I'd watch it. Let me see here. It's been moving up. I'd be careful around $9. See if it can break above 9. If not, you know, watch this thing. This thing could fall easily down to 8. So that could be a nice one to play either way. So I'll color code that one. And for an alert on this one, I don't know if I'd put an alert on this one. I'll decide. Keep an eye on the watch list, see if I put one out. ESV. Man, there's some nice patterns that are forming on a lot of these charts. Again, a high float one. Could act like a real snail that takes forever, but so I'm not gonna put these really gigantic ones on unless I see a great pattern. 438, HTGM. I don't want this watch list to go on forever. NM, that one might be nice, right above 178. Cup and kind of like a cup and handle. You'll see a cup kind of with a handle forming. Let's see if this is a decent stock. Yeah, potentially. So we'll see if this one breaks 178. This could be a cup and handle breakout. Take a look here. Right up, right, let's see, 177. So this might be a nice cup and handle potential breakout. I'd careful around $2. So, you know, that might be a move up. See what happens around $2. NM. MBR. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit too high a float. All right, what? I think I missed some here. DFFN, BBG. Let's see here. Sometimes I gotta let my eyes adjust to see what's going on with these patterns. So this one, I want to see break 425 for it to be a breakout or continue up. This one could easily fall right back down here to support. So BBG, I don't know if I'm going to put that one on the watch list. No, I'm not. BLDP, don't love it. NXTD, BTE. I think me actually do BBG. I am going to put on the watch list. BBG. In that one, I will do. Let's see, 424, 417. I want to see if that breaks. Yeah, but if I'm also maybe I put it around 4. Because you got to be careful around 456 if it breaks. So right now, I'm not going to put BBG on the watch list. I don't want too many on there. 3 6 9 10. Yeah, that's good enough for right now. Again, I don't want there to be too much. So again, this is a lot in these watch lists. Again, I'm putting a lot in here, but I'm basically showing you exactly what I'm looking at and letting you look over my shoulder. So just really watch these videos, see how I'm mapping out supporting resistance. When I see a pattern and I call it out to you, make sure you just really study what that pattern is and what that means. Again, you can, there was a bunch on here that I could have also, some other ones I could have added onto the watch list, but I want movement. I want a breakout or a breakdown. Something that's going to be profitable. You know, it's just looking and identifying the patterns. Again, also too, you know, a lot of people don't realize with trade rooms, you know, again, if you haven't joined our trade room yet, make sure you do that over on our website here at bullishbears.com and join our trade room. But a lot of people will be like, oh, you know, they think that they want to join a trade room where you can copy other traders' trades. So a lot of people, you know, newbies will go and they'll pay for someone's trade room. They'll pay $100, $150 a month, and they want to get in on someone's trade room where they could copy someone's trades, and they don't realize that that's actually not what you want to do. You don't want to get in on another leader's trades, because what's going to always happen is that big trader, I'm not going to name names or anything, you're going to get into their trade room, and they're going to get a position, right? So they're going to get their few thousand shares, right? 5, 10,000 shares, whatever it is. So now they have their position, right? Then they're going to call out that position to their trade room of a few hundred, maybe even 1,000 or 2,000 traders. Now those traders, many of them are going to go and rush into that same trade, right? Now that leader, when they decide they found their profit target, they're going to dump their shares, which a lot of times will affect the price of a stock, and then they're going to call out to their group that they sold those shares, and then those guys are all going to start getting out, which is going to drastically affect the price movement of that stock. So if you're caught up in there and you're not knowing how to get in and out of trades effectively, then you're going to get burnt many a times day trading. So the whole important thing, like when you're day trading, you basically want to know exactly what you're doing. It's more important to learn how to trade, not copying someone's trade. That's why you'll see me. I'm not talking about, exactly what trade to get into with my entries and exits. I'll post in the Skype room and our trade room, when I get in a trade sometimes, but I'm more all about giving you guys the tools on how to get in and out of trades yourself. So when you see my watch list that I'm making at night, that's exactly what I'm looking at. I don't know exactly which one I'm going to get into, if any of them at all, until I do it in the morning. But I don't want you guys getting caught up with the exact same trades that I'm doing, because I want you guys to make money. And I don't want you necessarily caught up in something that I'm doing or somebody else. I want to basically teach you and train you how to make these trades yourself. So basically, you look at the watch list that I create every night. I'm sending you these alerts. You'll see these alerts that I set up. I'm sending these with the watch list each night. So basically, you're seeing the video on how I'm doing it. You're looking at the areas of support and resistance that I'm looking at. Basically, put these on your watch list yourself. Watch them in the morning, and then also look at trade ideas. We post our trade ideas watch list every night or every morning by 9 a.m. over on our Facebook fan page. So make sure you like our fan page. We're the Bullish Bears on Facebook. Make sure you like and follow us. And by 9 a.m. every morning, we post the trade ideas movers. So basically, you would kind of scan through some of these and basically see if there's any pre-market volume or news or something. And if there's a catalyst, and coincide, see if there's a couple of them on there that you like with our watch list, and watch those as well. It's all a matter of your preference. A lot of those trade ideas ones, they're awesome, but they're also catching a lot of eyes. A lot of eyes will create lots of drastic movement. So if you want volatility up or down, the trade ideas ones are awesome. If you want maybe a little bit less volatility, these ones that I'm making on these watch lists at night, they're going to be a little bit less, because they're not going to have necessarily the news catalyst tomorrow, and they're not going to necessarily have a lot of the volume pre-market, because they're probably having their news catalyst either today or yesterday, a couple of days before. So they've already had a lot of those eyes, and now it's just like continued movement forward. So it's just a matter of what your comfort level is when trading. You'll see a lot of the more of the volatility and trade ideas in the morning, and you'll see potentially more or less volatility on the ones on the watch list at night, because they're already forming that pattern due to a catalyst a couple days before. So really, you want to look at everything as a whole and just kind of find your comfort level, and then find, are you going to be more of a long-based biased trader, or are you going to be more of a short biased trader? It's really all a matter of your preference. But we're all about teaching you the skills on how to trade, not about getting in and out of our exact trades, because really that's not what you want. You don't want to be copying someone else's trades. You want to know how to trade yourself. And think about it. Once you're a good trader, do you need to be paying $150 a month in somebody else's trade room to copy their trades? No, you don't need to do that, because you'll know how to trade yourself. So not saying that trade rooms are bad and paying that amount, but the trade room that you want to become a part of, you want to become a part of one that's teaching you how to trade, finding the trades yourself, discussing the trades amongst each other, and being more collaborative and community-based. And that's what we offer, in our trade room right here, which we're offering right now for free. I think we're crazy, but it's kind of my idea, and I still think we're crazy. But the reason why we're doing it is Tim, Dan, and myself have a passion and a vision for giving back. We ideally want to be something different. We don't want to be like everybody else. So ideally, we don't want to be charging memberships. We don't want to be a membership based company, but in order for us to do that, we need to survive on the monthly contributions or the donations of community members. So we basically give all this back to everybody for free. We're doing all these things. We could easily, for all of this, making these videos, sending out the alerts with the trade room, we could be easily charging $150 a month right now without question. And never mind the couple $1,000s worth of courses that we offer, as well as giving trade ideas and Benzinga news every day. That's a couple $100s a month in tools. We could easily charge $150 a month right now. And ideally, we don't want to do that. We want to try to do something different. We're running a faith-based model. We basically want to turn this into something really huge, a huge community. Ideally, we'd like to partner with major companies down the road that would pay Tim, Dan, and myself to give you guys, to do this completely full time for you guys and continue to give more back. But in order for us to stay this way, we do survive and grow off of the monthly donations of community members. So if we receive the donations and everybody pitches in and helps to continue this movement forward, then we'll stay donation based. If they don't, then eventually down the road we may charge membership fees, but we ideally don't want to do that. So we're just looking for everybody in the community to contribute and donate a little bit, not necessarily a lot. Would we like a lot? Absolutely. It helps us to continue to grow. But if you'd like to donate to us, just click the contribute link, come down over here. We have donation options for $50, $100 a month, monthly, which is still a lot less than we could be charging. But if you're on a budget and you're like, hey, just like to give back, and you don't have that amount, but you'd like to donate, we have donation options for $10, $25 a month. You can donate right over here, or you could do one-time donation right down over here. We greatly appreciate it. Some other people have been asking about merchandise. We have, as you can see in my hat here, I have my Hope is Real hat here. I was wearing my Bullish Bears one yesterday. We have a whole merchandise store, a whole brand with our logos. We have Hope is Real. We have the Bullish Bear. We have ladies, men's apparel, kids, hats, zip-up hoodies, and mugs and gifts as well. So we have a whole brand that we're very proud of. If you'd like to purchase merchandise, we would greatly appreciate it. And last but not least, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the little notification bell to be alerted when we post videos. Watch our videos. We have tons of content. And as you can see, if you've been watching our videos every day, we are growing by a ton of YouTube subscribers every single day. So again, make sure you like our videos, share them, and comment on them with any questions that you may have, and we'll do our best to get back to you. So again, hopefully this video helped you. Sorry it's long, but I'm trying to give you exactly what I'm looking at and just lots of content to really help you to become a good trader. So hopefully this video helped you, and happy trading tomorrow. Enjoy.